Hello and welcome to the Gcse Music GCSE Year 9 Options video for Halewood Academy. Selecting a GCSE subject is a very important thing for Year 9 students, and I'd just like to take this time to tell you some of the things that you could do in the future if you were to take Music GCSE. So in the future, creativity is going to be one of the most important and in-demand skills at work. When business leaders across the world were surveyed, they voted creativity as the most important workplace skill to help their businesses survive and grow. This means that the study of creative subjects like music is becoming even more important and relevant to young people to give you the chance to succeed, whatever your ambitions. At the same time, you will find many opportunities to develop and improve your personal well-being, both independently and as part of a wider community. In terms of the skills that you'll gain, your practical skills of composing, music and performing will be refined and will demonstrate creativity, reflection and resilience, as well as developing confidence and presentation skills. Studying music will give you the opportunities for higher order thinking by considering ideas which go beyond language. This is great brain training which will help you in other subject areas too. You will gain a deep understanding of a number of transferable skills and practice applying these to new situations, developing analytical and problem-solving skills. Through studying music, you will be equipped with the skills to succeed in your next steps, whatever they are. Studying music at GCSE will not limit you in terms of what you could do next. The possibilities really are endless. Music will enable you to demonstrate many skills which employers, colleges and universities are looking for. It can also give you opportunities to travel, meet people and get the most out of life. Many students continue to study music at music colleges or universities including Cambridge, Derby, Durham, Huddersfield, Leeds, Liverpool, Newcastle, Oxford, Sheffield, Surrey and York. Others go on to various universities to read acting, arts journalism, biology, business, chemistry, classics, computer science, English and drama, English literature, French, geography, Japanese, liberal arts, marine biology, maths, medicine, midwifery, modern languages, journalism, occupational therapy, physics, politics, primary education, psychology, sports science and veterinary medicine. Others may go on to start apprenticeships in accountancy, join the Royal Marines or other armed forces. And some go on to star in the West End and have started or continue careers in performance and tuition. And so there are many, many options for what you might do using some of the skills that you've learned through your Music GCSE. In terms of looking at what we'll do in lesson time during the 2-year course, I'll decide how best to cover all that we need to do, but a typical classroom activity could involve performing or playing music on your own or in a group. This could be any style or any instrument or voice, including DJ skills, rapping, singing, band and orchestral instruments. We'll spend a great deal of time exploring how great pieces of music were put together, and then when we've learned some of the techniques, we can compose your music in that style. This could also involve using computer software, writing for a specific purpose, writing pop songs and other genres. What follows now is a breakdown of the course requirements in terms of how the course will be marked, graded, the percentage weighting for each of the components. Component 1 for the Gcse GCSE Music is performing, and it's worth 30% of the entire GCSE. Your performances will be marked by myself, but then sent off and moderated by Gcse using their assessment criteria. You must perform at least 2 pieces. One piece must be an ensemble, the others can be ensembles or solos. You can sing or play any instrument. You can have an accompanist or use a backing track or perform unaccompanied. Backing tracks and accompaniments must not contain the part that you are playing or singing. An ensemble in this course is described as a group of 2 to 8 live performers. You must not be performing the tune all the way through while the other performers accompany you. You must be the only person performing your particular part. Each piece needs to be recorded in school the same year that we take the exam, so that will happen in year 11. And I try to do this as late on as possible to give people as much time to prepare for this. The performing more difficult pieces harder than grade 3 standard will boost your marks. You can perform easier pieces below grade 3 standard, but your marks will be scaled down a bit. Playing an easier piece could well result in a better mark than playing a harder piece badly. You will need to hand in a score or a lead sheet of each piece so that I can assess how accurately you perform. You cannot hand in an audio or video guide track instead. If your performances combined together last less than 4 minutes, you could lose marks. So many students in Year 9 are already preparing for this component. If you're having lessons on an instrument in school or out of school, if you've taken any graded exams, if you regularly practice, then you're already set up to do very well for this particular component. Some students will start the course and they could record straight away and get 100%. Other students will need the full amount of time, but all students should be attending lessons regularly and coming to keyboard club or music club after school once a week so that I can help you with developing your skills further. If you ever need any music, if you ever need any guidance on what particular repertoire to be selecting, I'm always here to help you with that. Component 2 is all about composing music. That means to write your own music. And again, it's worth 30% of the GCSE. You must compose 2 original pieces of music. Each is equally weighted. One is a free composition which you can complete at any time in the course, and others must be written in response to a brief released by Gcse on the 1st of September in the same school year that you take the exam. They can both be in a similar style as long as the actual musical content is different. You will have to hand in an audio file of each piece, either a live recording of you or someone else performing your piece, or output from a software program. You will need either a score or a lead sheet with a detailed description of each piece. You have to complete a composing log as well, which is signed by you and myself to authenticate your work. And it's an explanation of how you've completed your work, if you used any ideas which were not your own, like drum loops, and if anybody had given you any extra help. I think composing is one of the trickiest areas of the course, and so we spend a lot of time analysing music for the final component, component 3, that I'll talk about in a moment. But through analysing this music, we learn a great deal about music theory, about harmony, about rhythm, about pitch, about the different styles of music that we could be writing in. I would try to get a composition completed in Year 10, so that in the summer we go leaving with one piece of work completely done and ready to go. We will probably use computers. If you would like to do this live on your instrument, that is an option, but I think using a computer is the best because it also records your ideas down straight away, and it means you don't have to write a detailed description of your music. You can just send in the actual musical score. If you're interested in composing, you can come along to music club after school on a Monday or a Wednesday during Year 9, and I can set you off with some short tasks and help you kind of get yourself geared up for the coursework component 2. The final component, component 3, is called appraising, and this is a listening exam, and it's worth 40% of the GCSE. In the exam, there will be 8 questions. Each will have an extract of music which is played out loud for you to answer the questions on what you hear. Question 1 and question 7 will always be on the set works. The questions will focus on 3 things: elements of music, such as melody, harmony, tonality, form and structure, dynamic, sonority, texture, tempo, rhythm and meter. The context, so the time it was written, the place or the purpose of the music. And the musical language. And there's a list of terms in an Appendix C from the specification, which if you'd like to look at before you make your final decision, you're very welcome to come and see me in the music room and I can go through that with you. But it's things like notes in treble and bass clef, any specific vocabulary that goes along with the set works. We've actually studied some of the appraisal details in Year 9 when we looked at film music. And in Year 8, when we looked at sonority and instruments of the orchestra, that knowledge and those skills and the listening tests that we've done are very much like the GCSE, although it's slightly more difficult at GCSE and on a bigger scale. However, at this point, you will have finished all your coursework, and that's 60% of the GCSE that you're in control of. If you practice hard and you come in and do extra work on your compositions, and you're reflective on your compositions, and you're taking advice from your teachers, then you'll have 60% of your coursework done, and you'll have that mark ready to go, and then it'll just be a question of focusing on the appraisal paper towards the end and doing plenty of revision. But we start appraising at the very beginning of the course, and we use that to help inform our performances and to help inform our composition work. And so there are many reasons to choose music GCSE. If you already play an instrument or sing, you can develop your skills and get a GCSE out of it. If you don't already play an instrument or sing, you can take the opportunity to learn new skills which could stay with you for life. And in year 10 and 11, you'd be entitled to an individual music lesson once a week with a music teacher to develop skills on an instrument. If you already enjoy writing your own music or songs, you can use this ability and experience towards your GCSE. If you are a creative person who wants to learn to make music, this course will give you that chance. Even if you love listening to music and can spot all the details, sing every riff and air drum every beat, you have already developed some of the abilities you need. And okay, so you can't mind playing it in the exam, but if you can already think that rhythm or sing that tune in your head, you have some of the skills that are needed. If you would like any more information about the music GCSE before you make your final choice, please email me on ccostello@halewoodacademy.co.uk or come and see me in school and we can talk about it more then. Thank you.